did really, really well, and I'm gonna make another one of these now. Definitely not because I want to capitalize, it's definitely because I really want to make another one of these. So let's get started. But before we start, you should subscribe. First off, Arctic Peeper. It's a peeper, but looks more interesting. So I'll put it in B tier. Arctic Ray. It pretty much just swims around and does nothing. So I'm gonna put in D tier. Arrow Ray. Does the exact same thing as the Arctic Ray, but at least you can eat it. So it's going in C tier. Bladderfish. Just like in the last video, it's a great source of water for early game, and really for the entire game. There aren't as many ways to get water in below zero. So I'm gonna put him in B tier. Boomerang. It's just like the boomerang from the first game. So I'll put it in C tier. By the way, I don't remember any of the tiers that I put these fish in before, so if we run across something we did in the last video and it's in a completely different spot, I don't care. Brine Wing. These guys just shoot little ice pellets at you, and they freeze you for a second, I guess. They're annoying, so I'll put them in E tier. Brute Shark. They're annoying. I hate them. I'm just trying to, do my own thing in the deep, twisty bridges. And these guys just come around and try and bite me. So, D tier. Chelicerate. These guys are really cool and really scary, and I really like them. So I'm putting them in A tier. Crashfish. F tier. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do something which I didn't dare do in the last video. I'm adding the trash tier, because that's where the crashfish belongs. Cryptosuchus. They could literally be going after the smallest fish in the game and they would not care. They'll still make the loudest sounds possible and just be a nuisance. So they're going in D tier. Discus fish. They just swim around and look cool, so C tier. Eye jelly. These guys I actually really like. They, make some cool sounds. They just add some nice atmosphere to the area that they're in. So I'll put them in B tier. Featherfish. You swim around, not much else. E tier. Frozen Leviathan. This guy is so cool, but it is so easy to beat the game without ever seeing him, and that makes me really sad. So I'm gonna put him in A tier. Glow Whale. I love these guys. All they do is swim around, they don't actually do anything. But just the fact that you're actually able to ride them is such a cool feature. And overall, these are just some really cool creatures. So, S tier. Next up, the hive mind, because apparently this is an animal according to this. So, F tier. It's not an animal, it's a plant. Hootfish. Does nothing. At least it's a better food source than a lot of the other fish here. So, I'll put it in C tier. Iceworm. These guys are one of my favorite Leviathans out of both games, so I'm gonna put them in S tier. The juvenile vent garden. These guys are just like a normal vent garden, but smaller and even more useless. Now I would put them in D tier, but the fact that they at least move around is pretty cool, so I'll put them in C tier. Lily paddler. They're just a mesmer, except somehow more annoying. B tier. Newtfish. Honestly, just because of the name, he's going in S tier. Pangling. You can pick him up, make him your pet, kidnap them. Overall, a great creature, so I'll put him in A tier. The Penguin. It's just an adult version, except less cute. B tier. Pinnacard. They just kind of swim around the icebergs and stuff. D tier. Red featherfish. Now, a normal person, a sane person, would put him in E tier along with the other featherfish. But I think this featherfish looks cooler, so I'm going to put him in D tier. Rock grub. Rock grub doesn't really do anything, so I guess I'll just put him in C tier. I mean, at least you can actually pick them up in the game, which is cool. You can't eat them or anything, but you can just kind of store them away. Rock puncher. They punch rocks. I think it's actually cool that they used it, because originally it was going to be in the first Subnautica game, and they scrapped it, but it's cool to see it in this game, so B tier. Sea monkey baby. These are a thing? Actual sea monkey. Half the time they give you stuff, the other half the time they steal your stuff, and they're one of the smartest creatures in the game. So I'll put them in A tier. Shadow Leviathan. I would put them in S tier. They're really cool, but they could use some balancing. If you watch my Below Zero series, they will just attack you. I got attacked by 2 of them at once, and I was just stuck behind a crystal for a long time because of them, and you can't really do anything about it. So I'll put them in A tier. Skyray. These are creatures in the game, and I feel bad for that one guy that has to clean up their poop. So I'm actually going to put them in F tier, because they don't float in the sky anymore, and that's sad. Baby Snowstalker. They are the cuter version of the Snowstalker. D tier. Regular Snowstalker. I hope they die. I hope they go extinct. F tier. Actually no. Trash. All I'm trying to do is go around the land area and they just attack me for no reason. At least the babies will leave you alone usually. They'll drop fur on the ground and they're cute, so at least they're kinda cool. The regular Snowstalkers though, I hate. I hate them. Now, there's 2 spiky traps on this list. I don't really know what the difference between them is. Either way, I hate them, so they're going in F tier. Spinefish. It's a spinefish. It's just a hoopfish, but it looks cooler, so I'll put it in B tier. Spinnerfish. It's pretty much just a starfish that spins. E tier. Squid sharks. They make electricity and turn off your vehicle for a long time. I do think they kind of missed out because the EMP blast from the sea truck actually works on them. And you would think, you know, if they kind of spit out electricity wouldn't really hurt them that much. So it would have been really cool to see them immune to that. Maybe they are and I'm just stupid, but I'm going to put them in E tier. Symbiote. They don't really do much of anything. They kind of chase you around sometimes. Mostly they just stay around the whole fish though. So I can't give them anything more than a C tier. Titan Holefish. They swim around, they're really stupid, and they don't really do much of anything. E tier. Triops. It's just a fish with 3 eyes. I mean, the 3 eyes thing is pretty cool, so I guess I'll put them in D tier. The Trivalve. There's, again, 2 on this list, even though they look the exact same and do the exact same thing. Trivalve is really cool, but just like the Cuttlefish, I feel like it's a bit overrated, and more so with this one, because I don't think I've seen many people even get this creature or even know about it, and they're just not as fun as the Cuttlefish, so I'm actually going to put these guys in B tier. Now for the normal vent garden. These guys are like the baby vent gardens, except they don't move around, but at least you can go inside them, which is a pretty cool feature, so I'll put them in A tier. Void Chelicerae. These things are so cool, I love them. They're just like a normal Chelicerae, except they just have a way cooler model. They're only in the Void, which is kind of a shame. I would have liked to see them other places, but it does kind of make sense. So I'll put them in S tier. But that's the tier list. If you liked the video, go ahead and subscribe. Maybe even leave a like or comment or something. I don't know. I'll see you in the next video. So goodbye.